Let's go over the responsibilities and techniques for the nose guard, otherwise named Nick, the nose guard in our defense. First, under alignment, the nose guard or Nick lines up 3 players down from Sam. So wherever Sam lines up, Nick counts 1, 2, 3, and that's the player he lines head up on, just like that. All right, he lines head up in a 4-point stance, and he crowds the line of scrimmage. He's right up on the line of scrimmage. We're not 6 inches back. We're not a foot back or a yard back. We're right up as close as we can get. All right, the responsibilities for Nick are to explode into the center on the rise. He lunges out, and on the rise, coming up into the center, his hands go into the sternum of the center, all right, and his thumbs are up and his elbows are in. Okay, we're not blocking like we're on offense here. Okay, with our hands closed, our palms are open, thumbs up, elbows in, and we're exploding into the sternum of the ball snapper in this case. We drive the center back into the pulling lanes. Now the pulling lanes, when we say that, if the guards were to pull in either direction here, okay, if you push this guy, you've pushed the center back here, you're going to get in, you're going to clog up the lanes here for these players to pull and make some and come out and block the linebackers. And we want to push the player back into those lanes so that he'll trip up those players and impede their blocking efforts. Okay? Once you push the player back, you're going to play peekaboo and pursue the ball carrier. Pursue the ball carrier after you push him back. All right, so what is this going to look like? All right, let's go over that. Oh, and by the way, if you're double teamed, let's go over that. If you're double teamed here, what you want to do is swing your hips over towards the pressure that you're getting. See, what they want to do here is typically double team you, and then this other guy double teaming you is going to chip up to a linebacker after he seals you off. But if you were to swing your hips over, you will impede his efforts to chip up to the linebacker. So we want to prevent him from chipping up by you swinging your hips over like that. We'll go over that in a little bit in a drill. Okay, so what does this look like? All right, I'm going to click the button here, and we're going to watch the center push back, and it'll look something like this. You want to end up on the other side of the line of scrimmage, looking for the ball. Looking for the ball. Okay, and in this case, the play side is to your right, and so you're going to basically then pursue to the right. You're going to cross the center's face and pursue the ball carrier. Now, what we mean by crossing his face, typically this center will have been trained to try and hook block you, okay, and prevent you from getting to where the ball carrier is going. So wherever his helmet goes is typically going to be where the ball is going. And you want to push him back, look at his helmet. If his helmet goes to the right, you want to push him back, and then you go to the right and pursue that direction. Now what we don't want to do, this is something and the coaches are really going to work with you on, is doing what we call a backdoor move. All right. In other words, if the center comes over here and blocks this way, you're going to notice, gosh, I can just go in the other direction real fast. Well, you're going to go that other direction here, and typically by that time the ball carrier will be gone and you will have been taken out of the play. We do not want you to do that. We want you to avoid doing that, and we would rather you engage the immediate direction where this center is going. Okay, you see him going that way, you pursue that way, cross his face, do not go in the back door. We're going to work with you quite a bit on the drills in that regard. Okay? Now, if you are double teamed, again, swing your hips over. Swing your hips over here in this direction, because this guy here, double teaming you, is going to want to hit you and then chip up to the next level. So we got to swing our hips over and prevent that from happening. We'll admit that we're taken out of the play here. You're probably out of the play. But we can now prevent that chip up to the second layer here and take that guard out of the play and prevent him from getting that extra block. Okay, let's go over some drills. The first drill your coach will take you through is called the takeoff drill. All right, made a little man here for the coach. And he's going to simply line up here, and we'll have the defensive ends and the tackles and the centers. You know, the whole defensive line can be up on the line of scrimmage, and out of their peripheral vision, okay, they are looking at the ball, looking for the ball movement. And Mr. Center, or excuse me, Nick, you are looking at the ball also, but you're focused on your job. When that ball moves, you move. And so the coach is going to call the cadence, okay, and he's going to yell the cadence and try and get you to go off sides, but you must wait until the ball moves. Okay, you must learn to ignore what the quarterback says and only move when the ball moves. Got it? That's the purpose of the takeoff drill. All right, let's see. How does this work? There we go. Ball moves. All right, now look at that. The ball moves, and then you move, just like so. Okay, let's go to the next drill called Nsgrd, Oklahoma. Nsgrd, Oklahoma. We line up here. We have a coach in the back. We have Nick. We have a center, and he's going to do a shotgun snap here to the ball carrier. The ball carrier will run to the right or left. The coach here is going to call. He's going to point either to the right or left, telling the ball carrier and the center which direction to block. So if the coach says, if he points to his left, that tells the center to try and hook block you, Mr. Nsgrd, and the ball carrier is going to run up this lane. You must then, all right, Nsgrd, you must fire out, drive the center back, okay, read his helmet, cross his face over, and make the tackle. At minimum, you want to impede the ball carrier's path and make him run out of bounds here past this cone. All right. The best thing you can do, though, is actually make a tackle. All right. That would be ideal. Make sure, though, that when he does try and hook block you this way, that you do not go that direction behind him as he runs by. That's called doing the back door. We do not want to backdoor this. We must learn to cross the center's face, impede the ball carrier, and hopefully make the tackle. Okay? And I have the little points here. Coach points to the side. Shotgun snap to the ball carrier. All right, and this is what you do. You execute your stand-up, drive the center back, and then you press your hips into the ball carrier's direction. Okay, very good. We move on to the double team drill. We can line up 3 against 1. The coach is back here. He is signaling basically which direction the ball carrier is going to go, and then he's going to tell the players which ones to double down. The other one is simply going to chop his feet and step outside. So the coach points to the side, tells which guards are going to double team down. The snap goes to the ball carrier, okay, and then the other guard steps outside and chops feet. The double teaming guard attacks Nick and seeks to secure him and then chip up to the coach. So look, if the coach points this way, this guard is then going to double team down and try and chip up and block the linebacker, which would be the coach. Okay, the nose guard, you sense this double team and you have to swing your hips over and impede his chipping up to you. Okay, now sometimes, look, the coach might indicate for the ball carrier to go in a certain direction, but then he might have, he might have no double team occur. Okay, he could signal that there's no double teaming occurring and that maybe he's doing a reach block over here or something. So then, Nick, you might not have a double team there, and you would just want to execute your normal play, pushing him back and pursuing the ball. Okay, and there we go. Just a little description there. You can pause it and read it, make sure you have it. Okay, we finally proceed to the TNT progression drills. We'll explain this more in the defensive tackle series, but this is done with the nose guard, the tackles against a full line of 5 defensive linemen. Basically, the coach is going to tell the ball carrier which way to run, and he's going to tell each offensive lineman what to do, and then we're going to see how the defensive line responds. Okay? And all three players, the nick and the tackles, have to execute good technique to defeat the play. We then go through series of different scenarios: traps, passes, reach blocks, jump throughs, double teams, the whole shot, but we're all in one group going through that whole progression there. All right, thanks for watching. If you need to watch it again, please do so.